Space is terrifying, but it is also full of a lot of beauty. Discoveries that make us question everything that we know. Things that we once believed to be impossible are now possible. New planets in far corners of the galaxy are being discovered every single day, and they are truly baffling, and they don't even feel real. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about in this video are going to seem like they were cut straight from a sci-fi movie, from a planet that rains glass sideways, yes, that actually exists, to theories about the multiverse. Welcome to space with a not so scientifically intelligent individual, myself. I love space, as you can see. But I'm also not very good at science. I actually got kicked out of science class because, and I quote, "Science is not for you." And I couldn't agree more. Honestly, if I was the man in charge and somebody showed me this picture and asked me to try figure out why it exists, I'd probably think that the green M&M let one rip and this is the result. But I just wanted to hop on here and talk about one of my favorite topics, so don't be expecting any fancy schmancy sciencey words or deep detailed reasons on why these things are a thing. I just want to talk about some cool shit, so let's get into it. So the first section I want to talk about is one of the coolest things about space: planets. So the first planet on the list is Korot 7b. It is roughly 1.5 times the size of Earth, and it is a very sunny and hot planet, but you wouldn't want to vacation there anytime soon, because if you were there to witness the sunrise, you would be burnt to ash instantly. Might be a good idea to bring some SPF 50. If instantly burning to ash isn't enough to keep you away from this hellscape, then never fear, Korra has many more ways it wants to kill you. So with that said, our weatherman Paul has something he wants to say. Take it away, Paul. Hello, I am weatherman. We expect to see a dark overcast at about 2 p.m, and from 4 p.m. onwards we expect some very heavy rain in the form of rock shards, so please stay indoors or you will die. And with that said, this has been Paul. Toodaloo now. Back to you. Well, shit. Yes, you heard that right, folks. On this planet, it rains fucking rocks. Due to the immense heat on this planet, the molten rock from the core ends up making its way up into the atmosphere, where it then evaporates and leaves behind a bunch of sharp shards of rocks, which then rains down upon the surface. What the fuck? Now, if you think this is the wildest on this list, you are sorely mistaken. There are plenty of planets that are literally designed to fucking kill anything that stands on it. And this next one is no fucking exception. Next on the list, we have PSOJ... Fuck it, we're just gonna call it Josh. This is a rogue planet who got ejected from his solar system, presumably because he said something not politically correct. We've all been there, boy. And now it wanders the empty darkness of space. That is very sad, actually. But I'm also very happy because this is a fucking hellscape. So the weather on this planet includes giant dust storms that travel at the speed of sound. You fucking what now? And if that wasn't enough, my friend, it rains molten iron. It literally just sounds like fucking Mordor, mate. Molten iron. What the fuck? While doing research for this video, the person that was explaining it just kept using very big scientific words that I didn't even know existed, so I had no idea why this happens. But even with the small amount of information I have, I am so glad that that fucking planet got cancelled. Yeah, moving on. Now, next on the list, we have one of my personal favorite wacky ones. The planet's name is HD1A... Fuck it, we're calling it Ellie. This is another planet that has some crazy fucking weather on it, which includes crazy high winds. Apparently, if you were to place one of the heaviest buildings that we have on our planet on this planet, it would just disappear. It wouldn't stay there very long. And this planet produces a lot of methane, I'm pretty sure it's called. It's either methane or phosphorus that goes into the atmosphere, causing it to rain glass fucking sideways. My god, I'm so happy we live on this planet. And if that wasn't enough to deter you, here's another bit of factoids for you. Because of how close it is to its parent star, it is actually locked in position. It doesn't rotate like Earth does. So one side of the planet is constantly hit with the sun, causing it to get upwards of, where's the fucking numbers? 930 degrees Celsius, where the nighttime side of the planet gets to about 425 degrees Celsius. Still fucking scorching hot. So, for the last planet on this list, I thought it would be a fun thing to try and find a planet that is closest to ours as it possibly can be. And that is exactly what Kepler 452b is. It is nicknamed Earth 2.0. What a name. This planet is roughly 50% bigger than Earth, which means we will have so much more room for activities. Why can't we just go there? This planet is determined to steal Earth's lunch money, because not only is it 50% bigger than our lovely home, it actually has a gravity that is 2 times stronger than on Earth, meaning you would weigh twice as much on that planet, which, haha, you fat. But unfortunately, there is a downside to this planet. The sun that it orbits around is actually much older than ours, which is actually a pretty fun fact because apparently this planet was formed before our own, so we're just a cheap knockoff. Like, I think it's like something along the lines of like at least 3 million years older than our fucking planet, which, Jesus Christ, man, those are some big numbers. But because the sun is so much older than ours, scientists have, you know, theorized that it could be given too much radiation to Earth 2.0, which in turn might fuck up the entire planet because there are mountains and stuff to our knowledge, and they're pretty much everything on Kepler is similar to here. They have mountains, they have lakes and water, everything like that. But if what I just said is true and the sun is giving off too much radiation, all of that is going to disappear very fast, and it's just going to be turned into an actual shell of a planet like Mars or even the fucking moon. And that is the end of the planet section, but at the same time, I'm very excited to show the next bit. If you guys don't know, there is something called the James Webb Space Telescope, which is the best space telescope we have ever invented, giving us the ability to see to far corners of the galaxy that we were never able to see before. This telescope is fucking sick. Like, it's so cool. Just look at these images, man. Like, you get to see galaxies, fucking nebula bursts, man. It actually looks like fucking gods. They look like gods. Some of my favorites being this face-on view of a spiral galaxy. That is fucking insane, man. That is real. That exists. Like, what the fuck? My personal favorite is the Pillars of Creation. This is one of the most famous space pictures ever captured. I think the Hubble telescope took a picture of it a good while back when that first launched, and it is one of the most beautiful sights I have ever seen. But now that the James Webb has been launched, they were able to get it in better quality, and just look at that, man. That is pure beauty. That is one of my favorite images I have ever laid eyes upon. It is gorgeous. Like, I can't even put it into words how, like, crazy that is to me. Like, I know we've known this for a long time, but like, knowing and hearing about it and seeing concept art about all this shit compared to seeing actual images of the real thing in action, like real space shit, this is what I mean by it looks fake. The Pillars of Creation literally looks like a godlike hand. It looks like fucking Galactus, man. Now, to end this video off, boys, this is my favorite part of the video because we get to theorize. Those of you who are science buffs might actually know this already, but for those of you who were like me and didn't understand simple fucking mathematics, here we go. Almost 3/4 of the entire energy of the universe is made up of something called dark matter, or dark energy. And the craziest thing about that is we have no fucking clue what it is. Now, if dark energy continues to stay a part of the universe will continuously expand forever until it is just empty and cold. But on the other hand, if the dark energy somehow weakens over time, the entire universe will collapse under its own gravity. Fuck me. However, scientists have been talking about this for fucking decades at this point, and they believe that if we somehow figure out what dark energy is, and even somehow figure out how to control dark energy, it will change our future astronomically. This might blow your minds. Like, this blew my mind when I first seen it. There is a video out there called The Time Lapse of the Universe. If you haven't watched it, go give that video a watch. It is absolutely fucking incredible. But at the very end of the video, he has audio of multiple different scientists talking about dark energy. And one of the biggest theories that is an actual possibility, of course it's only a thesis now, but they believe that it is a viable possibility. And these are the smartest people in the world, so don't come at me. The theory is, if we somehow figure out what dark energy is and what it can do and how to use it, and then we get an atom smasher that can concentrate a huge amount of energy into a single point, we could possibly open a gateway to a baby universe. What the actual fuck? And in turn, if we did create our own baby universe and then that baby universe ended up getting life in it like us, any one of those universes who has intelligent life could also go on to somehow invent their own baby universe, causing a loop, a cycle, if you will. That is absolutely fucking bonkers, man. Like, that is the smartest people in the world saying that that is a genuine possibility, that sounds biblical. And in turn, if it's possible for us to do it in the future, who's to say someone else didn't do it for us? Maybe we are a baby universe that another intelligent life force created. That's fucking bonkers, you know? Like, the more you look into this, the more the fucking fabric of reality gets shifted. No one fucking talks about this. Like, what? Why have I not heard anyone talk about this, man? That was some of the most mind-boggling information I have ever learned in my entire fucking life. And nobody talks about it. Can someone explain that to me? I'm about to lose my mind. But okay, everyone, you can pick your jaw up off the floor now. We're gonna move on to some more wacky shenanigans. But I want to talk about the existence of multiverses. I have seen so many interviews with scientists and so many fucking well put together videos talking about this type of topic. And most people seem to be on the same page about one thing. It is more likely that multiverses exist than it is for them not to exist. But yeah, there is a huge likelihood that there are multiple, infinite multiverses where history happened differently. Physics isn't the same as our own. They have their own laws of physics. There is endless possibilities in these multiverses. But at the same time, I don't think it would ever be possible for us to even travel to these multiverses, so I guess we'll never know if they actually exist. But the topic of the multiverse is one of the coolest fucking things to talk about in science, you know? Like, again, I'm not a science buff, I'm not sciencey at all, but I love me a good old mystery. I love me some conspiracies, you know? I love talking about these possibilities, I love talking about this shit. Like the whole baby universe thing, like the whole fucking cycle effect that starts and everything, you can talk about it for hours, and I don't have anyone who will talk about space with me, so please talk to me about it. And of course, the last topic of the video I want to talk about, which I cannot make a video about space without talking about, and that is aliens. Now, I am just going to say this out straight. If any of you are watching this video and you don't believe that there is any other life form living out in the universe, where there are more stars than there are grains of sand on Earth, and most stars have their own planets orbiting around them, if you genuinely think that there is not a single life force out there other than us, you're delusional. You're just wrong. Like, that's not possible, mate. Tell me with a straight face that out of the entire universe, like the ever-expanding void that is our home, that this planet is the only one that ever had life on it. That's not possible. There is definitely other planets out there that fit criteria for life. So yes, I 100% believe in aliens. Whether or not they are, you know, more advanced than us or whatnot, or even if they are like advanced to the point that they could even attempt to come and try see other life, that's anyone's guess, because there is definitely multiple different species of living creatures out in the universe. It is just an impossibility for there not to be. The universe is many billion years old, like 34 billion years old or some shit, 13.4, I can't remember the exact number, but many billions. And our planet wasn't invented for millions and millions and millions, even billions of years after that. So there could easily be many other planets that were formed and had life on it way before our planet even formed. Whether or not they're still out there or something happened to them or whatnot, that's anyone's guess. But there is definitely life forms out there, 100%. But I do not believe they ever visited us. Although I do want to believe that aliens have visited Earth before, and it is a cool thing to think about and all of that jazz. But at the same time, I don't think aliens have ever stepped foot on this planet. Like, our lifespan as a species has been incredibly short in the grand scheme of things. Our planet, the very planet we live on right now, was run by fucking dinosaurs. A whole different type of species of like living creature. Imagine if aliens came to visit and find life on other planets back when dinosaurs were a thing. That would be fucking crazy. Or even if they had like a telescope, right? Because obviously in space, if you don't notice, what we see in space, if we're looking at something from a long distance away, we are actually seeing the past. We are seeing what that used to look like millions of years ago or thousands of years ago, dependent on how far away it is. So if you think about it like that, if alien species do actually have technology to see our planet and see if life is on it, they would probably be seeing the dinosaurs. They would have no idea that there is other intelligent life living on this planet right now because of how far away they are. There is a possibility that like an ancient life form that doesn't exist anymore could have possibly visited Earth when dinosaurs were a thing, but I don't think that they have during our lifespan. I feel like they would be equally excited to see us as we would to see them, because it's good to know you're not alone. You know, it's good to know you're not alone in the universe. You're not the only life form that has ever been, you know, created. This magical thing called life that just somehow happened, and we are just in the perfect spot that, like, in the universe, or in our solar system at least, where life had the proper resources to grow and become a thing. That is fucking wild. Life is crazy. Like, that just, like, I'm having an existential crisis right now because I'm thinking before I say things, and I'm going deep. As I said at the start of this video, space has always been a fascinating topic to me, and I just love talking about space, but no one talks about space with me. So I thought, why not talk to you guys? Well, right now I'm just talking to a camera in my room about space, but you know, yous will eventually see it. I'm speaking to you in the future, man. So if you're watching this far, thank you for listening to me ramble. Really, truly means a lot. And yeah, I hope the video is good. I hope you enjoyed, you know. I haven't done anything like this before, so I really hope so. Let me know if you want to see more videos in this type of style in the future. But yeah, folks, if you're new here and you like my face, make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 1K by the end of the year. And if we get there, I'm going to be jumping out of a plane and bringing you all along for the ride. We're getting scarily close, so thank you all for that. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, folks.